All right, good morning, everyone. So this is our first online classroom today. I'm kind of excited and nervous that there's going to be some hiccups, but hopefully it'll make sense today, and we'll just see how it goes. So right here, what you're looking at is going to be our agenda, which is just kind of a schedule of things we're going to be doing today. I know it kind of looks like a lot, but we've got English and Spanish there so that everyone can follow along. And there won't be a whole lot with it. So today we're going to be talking about finding area in math. This is something we've gone over and we're just going to be reviewing today. Science, we're going to be talking about mammals. Reading, we're going to be reading an article about the Ring of Fire. And in writing, we're going to continue to work on our How Paul Elementary Could Be More Green. All right, guys, so let's go ahead and get started in math. So the easiest way to find area is to multiply the length and width of a rectangle. So for example, I have a picture here of this rug. This is something I've actually done in real life. I've bought different area rugs for my home. I wanted to make sure that I didn't get them too big for my room or too small so they look kind of awkward in the middle of the room. So if I were taking a rug like this, a typical measurement for a large rug in a room might be maybe 10 feet on one side, 8 feet on the other. If I wanted to find out how much of my floor this rug was going to cover, I would multiply these two numbers together. So I'd have 10 times 8, and I get 80 feet squared. Okay, remember, as we've discussed in class, area is talking about both length and width, which are two different dimensions of a shape. This means we are measuring in the second dimension. This is shown in our answers when we label them. For example, I have here 24 meters squared, or in our last problem, when we're talking about the area of that rug, I said that this side was 10, this side was 8. We had an area of 80 feet squared. This 2 is representing both the length and the width, which are two dimensions, and so we're going to put that little 2 there. Let's try one with whole number sides. So I want you guys to maybe try this. You could have out a sheet of paper or however you want to do this. But I found this cool rug online. I thought this would be awesome if you could actually find one and maybe put it somewhere just to spook someone a bit. But let's say that you had bought this rug online and you were trying to find a place to put it in your home because you were going to pull a prank on someone. Let's say that this rug was 5 feet by 5 feet. And I'm going to put those as feet. Can you figure out the area of this rug? Okay, let's try one with fractional side. So this one's going to be a little bit different. We've talked about this, so we're still going to be in the same boat. This is a question actually from our Eureka Math. I'm going to draw a rectangle with it just so that we can kind of visualize it a little bit here. But here we have a rectangle, and I'm sorry it's not real well done. But on this side, it is 12/5 kilometers. And on this other side, we're at 5/4 kilometers. So how would I find the area? Well, the same way I've done previously with whole numbers. I'm going to multiply those two numbers. Remember, when I multiply fractions, I multiply the numerators, which are the top numbers, with the other top number, and the denominator, or the bottom number, with the other denominator. So I have 5 being multiplied, this 5 here, being multiplied with this 12, and then the 4 being multiplied with the 5. No need to find common denominators when I multiply. 5 times 12 is going to be 60, and 4 times 5 is 20. We've talked about this a lot in class. Here I've got an improper fraction. Since I have an improper fraction, I would want to divide that. Remember, this means divide. So 20 divided by 6, or 60 divided by 20 is going to give me 3. 3 kilometers squared. I'm going to put that little 2 again. That 2's there because I am talking about two dimensions of the shape. Right. Last one we're going to be talking about today is a mixed number, and we all know that we don't particularly love mixed numbers. We've done several in class. So I'm going to go ahead and draw another rectangular shape. You can imagine it as a rug or tarp or whatever makes sense to you. So here we have 16.5 meters, and in this other side we have 4 1/5 meters. The easiest way we've discussed in class to work with mixed numbers is to turn them into improper fractions, and we do that with our swirl. Remember, first thing, so if I take my 16.5 here, I'm going to multiply those two numbers. That's 32, plus add the top number, that's 33, and I end up with 33 halves. The bottom number here is always the same as the bottom number I had originally. I'll try that again with 4 1/5. So again, I'm going to multiply the denominator with the whole number. That's going to be 20. Then I'm going to add that with the numerator, 21. And it goes over top of my original denominator of 5. So now I have 33 halves being multiplied with 21/5. And this is quite a large one. I would probably set something up off to the side to figure out 33 times 21. Obviously, our denominators are going to be easy, so remember we do bottom number with bottom number. So 2 times 5 is going to give us an answer of 10. And then our top one, while I'm giving you direction and don't want to make you sit and watch me for a while, 33 times 21 would be 693. Okay. Again, best answer would be to then divide this out, 693 divided by 10. It is still correct as an improper fraction. All right, so do you want to try it for real? If you have a measuring tape at home, try measuring the area of a room in your house or even your backyard. Take a picture of what you've measured and post its area in the comments. Here's a real example. So the pictures to the right show how I used area in real life. That top picture, I used area to figure out how much grass seed I needed to buy, and I've told you guys before, but you've never seen this. So this top picture actually shows what my lawn looked like when I first bought my house. It's just dirt and weeds. And then the bottom picture there shows after we've put in some grass seed. Now, I know you're seeing a lot of dirt. I didn't miscalculate. We're actually saving some space for a patio. All right, guys, we're moving right along. So here we are into science. You're going to go ahead and you're going to be reading a book on EPIC today. So the book that you're going to be reading in EPIC is called Mammals. It is in a mailbox called Biology Review that I've already sent out to you this year. So you're going to read this book. If you are in Spanish, you'll be reading the Spanish version. And then later today, when you answer the questions, the remote learning quiz questions, there'll be some questions about mammals on there. Reading. So today you're going to read a short story about the Ring of Fire. When you're finished, I want you to answer the questions in your remote learning quiz for the day. There'll just be one question for reading today. If you are, your quiz can be found in your Classroom tab on your Google Classroom under the folder Remote Learning Quizzes. It will have the questions you need to answer after finishing math, science, and reading. If you're interested in what we've learned about today with the Ring of Fire, go ahead and post a comment or link to this video about either a video, maybe a news article, or some other link that you found online that was interesting, that was related, maybe something about the Ring of Fire, earthquakes, volcanoes, or plate tectonics. All right. And your last thing you'll be working on today will be writing. Today you will be writing the conclusion to your essay on how Paul Elementary could be more green. If you've already done this, you get to take the day off for writing. There are directions linked to your daily agenda that will show you how to write a conclusion if maybe you've forgotten a few steps or you just want to make sure that you're doing it right. If you are a Spanish speaking only student, you did not write this particular essay, so you don't need to worry about it. All right, guys, and so that's our online class today. I know it's a little bit short, maybe longer than you thought it would be. I'm just here to kind of give you some direction, explain what you're going to be doing. The math lesson will be a little bit more instructional, as you saw, but pretty quick, so if you need to go back over it, that would be appropriate. You can click in wherever you need to just to watch and see what's going on. We'll see how this goes, so make sure that you go ahead and answer the questions in the quiz so that I can see that you were present today and that you understood the things that we went over today. If you have any additional questions, please feel free to add them into your Google Classroom and I'll try to get back to you quickly. I miss you guys and I hope you are enjoying your time at home.